Hi, my name is Faith Mariah. I've done over $800,000 of sales online. Today, I want to show you guys a really quick and easy way you can make a sales page with tech that is not going to cost a lot of money. If you're like me, you're building the business on a budget, I got you. We are going to do this cheap, quick, easy, a business owner's favorite things, right? Let's go ahead and jump into this. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is go grab this sales page OS I made you. This has everything I'm going to go over, and it has a really awesome cheat sheet. We're going to build version 1.0 sales page today. And I also have additional sections you guys can add later on with tips and prompts and all of the good stuff. So you're definitely going to want to get that. The first thing you guys are going to want to decide before you build the sales page is where are we going to put these things? I have two very affordable options that I recommend right now. The first one is Canva. I have a template. I'm going to show you how to build it out. It is a really easy way to make a beautiful page, and they have a free plan, which it seems like tech is getting more and more expensive. I really appreciate a good free plan, and Canva definitely has one. So that's the first option. The second option I have for you is System.io. This also has a free plan available. One of the main differences is System.io is also going to let you do your checkout page. It will also let you build a funnel and your email. You can put your product in there. And so System.io is a more complete system for your business. Canva is perfect if you already have a checkout page, or maybe you're just selling a PDF, or you already have your course built out. That'll be perfect for you. Don't overthink this too much. Action is always better than overthinking. So if this is going to get you stuck, just pick one. Here, I'll pick for you. Do Canva. I'm going to give you a template right now. It'll be all good. If you don't like it, you can always move. It's not a big deal. It's going to cost you a lot more time if you spend weeks researching these and you don't get this done. So we're going to get this done. I'm going to walk you through step by step. So the first thing you want to do is scroll down here. I made an outline for what we're going to build today. This is your version 1.0 sales page. One of the biggest mistakes I see online business owners make is they want to make the version 10 sales page. Maybe they see other online business owners that have been in business for years and years and years, or people that have a team, and they see these huge, big, beautiful sales pages. You have to be willing to start with your beginner version, and then we're going to evolve into version 10 over time. But we have to start with version 1.0 to get to where you want to go. A lot of times, people being unwilling to be beginners, being unwilling to start when they're not good at things, it keeps people stuck, and you'll never get the experience and the practice and the skills you need to be able to build that version 10 sales page. You're going to get to that version by putting out this version, and then we're going to improve it over time. So this is what we're going to do today is we're going to build your version 1.0 sales page. So we're going to do a subline and a head subline, your welcome video, what's inside, testimonials, call to action. That's it. After you build this, then I have the version 2.0, and I have additional sections you can add in your FAQ, guarantee block, your timeline, why it works, all these different ideas with tips, and you can add those blocks in later on. But for our purposes, this does not exist. We're going to start up here with the headline and subheadline section. So for each of these sections, I gave you guys examples of headlines and subheadlines up here. I also gave you guys ChatGPT prompts to help you come up with headlines and subheadlines. Don't lean too hard on ChatGPT. Be sure you rework these, make them sound like you. But when you're just starting, ChatGPT is an amazing, amazing tool for you. It's going to give you some really good ideas, some really strong copy. I also have additional tips for you guys to make these sections even better. So let's build this out. We're going to build our headline and our sub-headline section first. So we're going to come over here to this template in Canva. I'm going to give you guys the link to this so you can have this exact template to build this out. And I'm going to show you how to edit it. So I think of sales pages in sections. So you'll see in this template I built you guys, I created sections for each of the sections I just showed you in the sales page OS. So there's a headline and a subheadline, a place for your video, a place for your program info, what you get, your testimonials, and your checkout page. This is what we're going to build. Let's start up here with the headline and the subheadline. I just went ahead and stuck some example copy in here. You feel free to edit it, change it around. The first thing I want you guys to know about editing this in Canva is that you can make these as long or as short as you want, which is really nice. I tend to like each section of my sales page to have a different background to kind of break it up. So if this was my page and I had a white background here and a white background here, and then a pinkish background here, let's change the background up here so this block has its own little clear section. So to add a background, I'm going to go to Elements. I'm going to grab one of these squares. I'm going to stretch it out so it's all the way behind this. And now you see how it's in front of some of these text. What we're going to do is we're going to hit position and we're going to send all the way to the back. So I can move things forward and I can move things backwards and I can push all the way to the back. You see how this makes its clear own section. It makes it stand out a little more and it doesn't bleed into this. This is becoming more and more important because people are on their cell phones. Everything we put out has to be skimmable because people are typically not sitting on their desktop scrolling through, reading every line of your page. They're going on their phone while they're standing in line, scrolling a million miles an hour. And we only have a few seconds to convey what we are trying to tell people. The other thing I might do if this was my page is mess with some of this headline text. So one of the things I like to do is I'll highlight here and I will go to effects. And then we can try some of these different effects. I tend to like this lift on different headlines. So you can see the difference. This is none. This is lift. The other thing I like to do to break this up and make it skimmer friendly is I'll change the colors of certain words or certain lines. So for example, I might highlight this, go to color, and I might grab this, and I might make this line bold. So now each line of text has its own moment. They all stand out in a different way. I think this is really good for a headline and a subheadline. The more powerful you can make this text, the more attention you're going to grab. This is the most important space on this page. We're not guaranteed anybody's going to scroll down here and see this. If they click the link, we're only guaranteed they're going to see this. So one of the things that I will do is I will write my whole sales page. I'll go back through and I'll find my favorite lines, my favorite heading, the things I think that kind of hit and feel emotionally resonant and powerful. I'll grab those and stick them up here at the top. This should be your best copy. It should immediately convey to your perfect person that they're in the right place. Now we are going to move on to your guys' video section. I think it's really important right now, especially that people see your face and hear your voice. Sales right now is a little more difficult because of the economy. People are making slow buyer decisions, which is totally fine. We want them to make thoughtful, slow buyer decisions. But that means we need to be able to have a higher level of connection with them. I just don't think text copy for most of us in most niches is going to be cutting it anymore. I think you need to be putting video anywhere you can put video, linking it in your email, putting it on your sales page. If I were sending sales emails about this, I'd probably make another video to include in the email. The more they see your face and hear your voice, the safer they're going to feel to spend their money. Because if I don't know you, I'm not going to feel secure enough to open my wallet to you and trust you enough that you're going to get the result. But if I've watched you on video and you've helped me get results ahead of time, I think that helps create security for our customers. So what you guys are going to do in this section is you're going to shoot your video. You're probably thinking, Faith, I don't know what to put in my video. Don't worry. I told you what to put in your video. Go into the Sales Page OS, drop down this welcome video section. I have some opening lines, closing lines, just to give you ideas. I know it can be intimidating to start from nothing. So I still think the best ideas for your sales page are going to come from your brain, not from a template, not from ChatGPT. But you can use the template and the ChatGPT when your brain is stuck or overwhelmed or we don't know what to do. These are just nice brain prompting tools. If you scroll down here, I also gave you a little mini script you can try. And I gave you some prompts to put in ChatGPT and just some video prompts over here. Once you shoot your video, we're going to come back over here. You're going to go to uploads, upload an image or video, and you're just going to pull your video and upload it. Once it's uploaded, you will see it in this section, and you can also toggle to videos to see all of your different videos you have in here. Just for this example, I'm going to put this GIF here because I think it's funny. On your page, this will not be a picture of a funny dog. This will be your face talking to your people. I also think it's important that we add a little copy above your video to try to get people to click on it. So on mine, I put, if desire was enough, you wouldn't be here. Let's make consistency feel like relief, not a performance. Watch this short video. I'll walk you through everything. When you guys put your video in here, you can leave this line, but I would customize this top part. Really think about the person that is going to be ready to buy, that do really well in your program, want to work with you, what is going to make them feel excited and make them feel glad that they found this page. Other thing I want to show you guys is how to do buttons in Canva. So there's two things. This has actually two graphics. I put it like this to make the little shadow. I just think it makes it look a little nicer. We can change the color on this, and you can change the text on it. Once you have it how you like, a cool Canva trick is you can hold the shift key, click all three elements, the text, the button, the shadow, and we can group them together. And now I can move this around and it's one element. So that's just a nice, easy way. You can do that with text or any other elements on this page. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to link these buttons because these need to be clickable. Once you're done moving the button around, you have to ungroup it to link. You're going to click these three buttons and you're going to select link. And then you're going to put the URL for your checkout page here. So if you're using ThriveCart, which is a really good, nice checkout option, if you are just going to send them to a PayPal link or however you're having them check out, put your link here. Once we're done, we'll publish this page and we want your buttons to be clickable. If you forget to put the link on them, nobody's going to be able to check out. So we're moving along. We have the headline, we have the subheadline, we have your video. Now we're going to tell them about your program. If you have any worksheets with your program, just go ahead and screenshot them. Or if they're in Canva, you can save them as a JPEG. You're going to go here to upload an image or video, and they will show up down here. And then we're just going to drag them into our little mockup. And then if you need an image for your main computer screen, go to main Canva and make a PowerPoint or presentation and edit that, lay it all out, save it as an image or take a screenshot of it. It should look like this. And then you can just drag it onto here. Anytime you see this little cloud, that means you can just drag and drop, which is really nice. If you need ideas for this copy, head to Sales Page OS and go to this What's Inside section. And I put a bunch of ideas and examples of things you can put in this section. If we go back to our template, we have this loaded with all the goodies for success. This is a section for you to put what's included. So if they get modules, they get workbooks, they get whatever is inside the offer, we're going to put here. I often use little icons like this on sales pages. If you go to elements, we are going to search icon. Where it says graphics, click see all, and you'll see all these different ones. So let's say we don't like this one with the clock. We'll delete them out. We'll select this bullseye. We'll shrink this down. We can put it here. This is just an easy way to make the page look visually interesting. The other thing that is nice about the icons is if you click on them, you can change the color to your brand colors. So if this was a Faith Mariah page and we were doing all pink, I would turn them all pink like this. And I added one more option of a section just showing them what they get when they sign up. You don't have to use all of these, so feel free to delete them if you don't need them. Another cool thing about Canva is if you click on the rectangle, you can duplicate these sections if for some reason you want a different one, and you can use these arrows to move the sections up or down. So if I want this up here for some reason, I can do that. If I don't want it, I can hit the trash can and that will get rid of it for you. You're going to drag and drop any of your worksheets or logos with the name of the course onto this section. You can click this block and change it to any color that you want. We can highlight this text and again, go to effects. Select the button, change the color on the shadow. If this were my page, I might add some emojis in here, or I might bold, italic, or change some of the text color. These images are the same way. We can change the color. You can also hit this box and duplicate this. And then what we can do is we can add one of these, be a shadow color, and we can zoom in using this down here. That really helps when you're lining things up. And then we can add this as a little shadow. These are just different design element options to add depth and interest to the page. We don't want it to be too busy, but at the same time, it needs to grab people's attention, and it needs to grab people's attention quickly. So we're moving along. We've got our headline, we've got our welcome video, we've told them what's inside the offer and gave them an overview of what we're selling. We're coming into the home stretch. We just got to do testimonials and call to action. If you open up this testimonial section, I gave you ideas for collecting testimonials from people you've worked with. So if this is a new offer, we might not have any feedback, but you probably have feedback from something else you've done before, even if it's from a free event or from a workshop you did or from something else. We can put a headline here and put what Faith students are saying. And then if we need to resize this box, just grab the edges like this. Don't use stock images of people. Either put their real photos on here or delete them. Again, make sure that you link this button before we publish the page. Now we're just going to do the final call to action. Again, on your guys' template, I gave you ideas, I gave you examples, I gave you prompts to help you create this section. So go through this and then go to your sales page, scroll down to the bottom. I did 2 sections. I did a section for you guys to make your final last words of copy. If you could only say one thing to them, what would you say? And then I put down here a place for you guys to put pricing and payment plans. You want to make sure in this pricing and payments section that you do not give them too many options, max 2 options. If you give people a lot of options, it's overwhelming and they're probably going to click off your page instead of making a decision about which one they want. Because if I want to buy, now I have to be like, wait, what comes with this one and what comes with that one? And I have to decide which one is better for me and compare them. And that is mental work that you're asking them to do. Human brains are programmed to conserve energy. So a lot of times, instead of doing that work, they're going to click off because that's the easiest thing for them to do. If you want to offer payment plans, I think payment plans are awesome. Just make sure that it is very clear. So your version 1.0 is done. You can go start selling it right now. As you sell it, if this is going to be an offer, we're going to continue on and we're like, we like this. People are getting results. I want to get more people to buy it. And you want to invest more time and energy into this marketing asset. What you can do is go to Sales Page OS, go to version 2.0. These are your additional sections you can build out. So let's say we want to build a guarantee block. I can copy this line. I'm going to push add page. I'm going to go up here and grab this. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to drag it down here. I'm going to put that line here. I might want this to stand out a little more. Let's go ahead and go to elements and then go to shapes. We'll grab this. We're just going to drag this so it is behind this text. Let's go ahead and make this easier to read. I can go ahead and duplicate this text. And I'm just going to say, if you don't love it in 14 days, email us for a no questions asked money back guarantee. Offer a guarantee. Make sure that you keep that money in your bank account so you can give people a refund without it being stressful. I'm going to grab this here. And then let's move this up above the pricing option. And now I have my guarantee section. You can just keep adding sections like that. Go to Sales Page OS. You could do a offer comparison table. You could do a timeline. You're going to do it the same way. Just add your page, add the elements, and then move it up where you want it to go. And you can build this out over the next week, month, year. But just remember, the first step is always just getting version 1.0 done. I hope this helps you. If you use the template, please let me know. It makes me really excited when you guys use the template. It also motivates me to make more videos like this for you. So if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a comment if this was helpful, it would really help me out. Like, subscribe, do the YouTube things. I really, really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.